Hi, I'm Leslie from Deeply Southern Home, and today I'm going to show you how to make paper sphere ornaments. When I decided to do a black and white themed tree, I realized there weren't a lot of black ornaments to add to my tree that really fit my style, so I decided to make my own. And what's great about that is, let's say you want any color under the rainbow and you want to make nice, big, impactful ornaments, this is the great tutorial for you. Basically, it's just circles, wire, and beads all glued up in a special manner. And what I love about this, so this one is 5 3/4, which I think is a little bit big for this tree. The next ones that I'm gonna walk you through, they're gonna be exactly 5 inches, and I think they're gonna fit nicer on the tree, which you can make them any size you want. In addition to making them a little bit smaller, you can see that I also added some more pattern because I felt like these just felt a little flat. I don't know if like from across the room you can see all the dimension, and so I'm gonna fix that. So let's get started. Here's a list of tools you'll need to create this ornament, or you can check the blog post linked below. I used a silhouette machine to cut all of my circles. I just used the program to set up 4 circles on each page. But if you need to cut your circles by hand, here's a great tip. You want to make sure that as you're cutting, you just turn the paper and not the scissors, and you get a much smoother edge. After you have all your circles, you're going to begin folding them all in half, just being careful to line them up perfectly. And on the thicker pieces of cardstock, I like to use a bone folder. That's not necessary, but I felt like it gave me a really great edge. And if your thicker cardstock need a little bit of trimming due to the silhouette not cutting right, just go ahead and do that too. And then just repeat that for all 6 circles for each side. I felt like it was helpful to sort all the patterns so that I could easily grab and create the spheres kind of as a dry fit. And once I was happy with the pattern, I started to glue them together. I used Thermafix tabs because they're quick and easy to use, but you could certainly use 2-sided tape. Make sure I sealed all the edges. I used a scrapbooking glue stick, which is a little bit sturdier than just your regular glue stick, and of course is acid-free, so it just has a better bond. You're gonna work in kind of like 2 hemispheres. So once one set of 6 is done, you're gonna work on the other set, doing the same thing, folding and then gluing each one to each other so that they're kind of accordion folded. Now that each hemisphere is kind of done, I'm going to go ahead and add tape to each side, and then taking a piece of wire, I'm going to add a little, I can't remember what that's called, a little hook at the end, and that is just going to create like a bead stop. And so I'm going to create the loop, get it nice and tight, and then kind of work with it. It's been a while since I've worked with jewelry, so I'm just doing the best I can. So it doesn't have to be perfect. Then I kind of just straighten out the wire a little and add my beads. I started the smallest one at the bottom, and then I added 2 more beads. And once that was done, I was ready to use my hot glue. I ran a bead of hot glue down the middle and attached the bead, being careful not to burn my fingers. And I added glue to the other side, along the edge there, kind of made it nice and tight, and then applied it to the hemisphere, just being very careful to line everything up and then folding it down flat. And don't forget to add a little bit of glue stick as well. And if it doesn't fold up right there, you can kind of push it back a little bit and make it fit. And now you just kind of need to fluff it and get it all to sit perfectly, and then we're going to add a bead to the top. We're going to create a hanger, and so what you're going to do is take wire pliers and wrap a loop around the plier, and then wrap the leftover wire around what's underneath the loop. It doesn't matter if it's perfect, but we're just trying to create a place to hang a hook on your Christmas tree. On this one, I noticed I accidentally ended up with a little extra space, so I'm just gonna roll it up a little. I'm just getting started with this tree, so be sure to check back in a couple weeks. I'll have a full reveal and Christmas home tours. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram or Facebook. I'd love to have you along. And have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.